Time now for NFL Week 11 picks, brought to you by O'Kell's Fireplace in Hermosa Beach, California, for all your fireplace and fireplace accessory needs. Please go to O'Kell's. Friendly people, friendly fireplaces. So stop on in, or if you want to stay home and shop online, go to WilshireFireplace.com. All right. Some respectability again last week. 3-1-1 with my spread picks. Now 24-25-1 on the year. It's still not paying the bills. In fact, it's still taking money out of my pocket. But let's continue to go on the up ride today. And here are our 5 picks. We'll start with the Vikings favored against the Cowboys. And I'll tell you right now, when I bet on Kirk Cousins as a favorite, my day usually ends with me sticking my head in the porta potty. You know, I don't care how good he looks. I don't care how good his numbers are. In the end, Kirk Cousins is a coach killer, okay? A coach killer kills coaches, or at least gets them fired. And yet, I will back Kirk Cousins this week, and only because it's the Cowboys. The Cowboys actually covered in their last game against the Steelers. It was the first time all year that they had covered the spread. Here's a stat for you. The Steelers are 9-0. That's 9 wins. Everybody in the NFC East has a total of 8 wins. And the only reason they have, a total of 10 wins. And the only reason they have that many is because they get to play each other. It is one bad division. I have no idea who the Cowboys are playing at quarterback this week. They might not even have a quarterback this time. Instead, they'll just direct snap to anybody who happens to be wandering in the backfield at the time and then run the offensive play. I think that Kirk Cousins at quarterback is better than nobody at quarterback. So I am going to reluctantly take the Vikings -7. Steelers, big favorites at the Jaguars. You know, the Jaguars have the second worst record in football, 1-8. But I want to give a shout out to their little-known kicker, Josh Lambo. Lambo has never missed a field goal attempt in Jacksonville. He is 47 for 47 in his Jaguars career at home. And he was undrafted. He actually was a professional soccer player first as a goalkeeper. Now, I can't give Josh all the credit. It's always a team effort on field goals. You got to have a good long snapper. You got to have a good holder. By the way, long snapper's got to be one of the worst 10 jobs in professional sports. Okay? You bend over. You stick your head down and look between your legs. You then have to do a perfect snap 8 yards back, and right after you release the ball, somebody plows into you. Who grew up wanting to be a long snapper? Anyway, Josh Lambo might kick 4 field goals on Sunday. Meanwhile, the Steelers are going to be scoring 4 touchdowns. Touchdowns are worth more than field goals. I don't know exactly how much. Numbers isn't my thing, but we will go with the Steelers here as a 10-point favorite. Whew. We move on to the very good Chiefs and Raiders game in Las Vegas. So, People magazine this week named Patrick Mahomes the sexiest athlete alive. He beat out Blake Griffin. They do a Reader's Choice poll every year. Okay, Patrick Mahomes might not even be the sexiest quarterback alive. I'm still going with Gardner Minshew and that mustache. I would kill for that mustache. And as usual, American sports fans just ignored or forgot about bowling. All right, the number 1 bowler in the world, Jason Belmonte, he's the sexiest athlete alive. There is no argument here. It's Jason Belmonte, case closed. Now, as for the Chiefs-Raiders game, I keep betting against the Raiders, and they keep taking bread off my table. And I'm talking about good bread, not Wonder Bread, but like French baguettes. Well, I've just always been told, in for a dime, in for a lost dime, in for a lost dollar. So, yeah, I'm going to bet against the Raiders again, and they actually beat the Chiefs in their first meeting this season. I am dumb, I am stupid, I am stubborn, and I am staying against the Raiders. I will go with the Chiefs -7 with the second sexiest quarterback alive. It is now time for our calendar pick. Our calendar pick now 61% since 1979. It's the Packers at the Colts. The last time we saw the Colts, they dominated the Titans. It was a Thursday night game, you may recall. So now the Colts have 10 days rest, and people are making a big deal that it's important to be well rested. Rest, my friends, is overrated. Take a look at God. Did God rest when he created the universe? No. Did you know how things would look so different if, say, after 2 or 3 days of work, God decided to go to the beach the next afternoon? No, he went 6 straight days tirelessly, and now we've got all this stuff, including Dave and Buster's. But I will say this on second thought. In the beginning, God created the universe. God created the heaven and the earth, but according to the book of Genesis, and I'm quoting, the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. That doesn't sound real good. So maybe he should have taken a day off, before Sunday. Anyway, I'm always a sucker for Aaron Rodgers as an underdog, so I will take the Packers here +2. And we move to our final game of the day, Broncos against the Dolphins. Okay, so everybody is really excited about the Dolphins. They have won 5 straight, including 3 in a row during Tua time. But I remain steadfast, and I do not use the word steadfast lightly, that the Dolphins should have stuck with Ryan Fitzpatrick at quarterback, and that Fitzpatrick got the raw end of a well-done deal. And now I have proof. Okay? I have checked with the best analytics people in the country. These guys are so good, they are overqualified to work for 538, and they crunch the numbers. The numbers are eye-opening. Okay, yes, the Dolphins are 3-0 with Tua at quarterback. But according to the data, and this is primo data, if this data were sold in grocery stores, it would only be available at Whole Foods. According to the data, when the Dolphins beat the Chargers 28-17, if Fitzpatrick had been the quarterback, it would have been 42-17. When the Dolphins beat the Cardinals 34-31, with Fitzpatrick at quarterback, it would have been 35-31. And when the Dolphins beat the Dolphins, when the Dolphins beat the Rams 29-21, with Fitzmagic at quarterback, it would have been 29.5-13. That's right, 29.5-13 would have been the exact final score. The numbers don't lie. So let's go here with the Broncos +3.5. Heck, I think they upset the Dolphins. You heard it here. They upset the Dolphins. Okay, folks. Okay, let's hope we're back in the good stead of the gambling gods. Let's hope once again I am a left-handed genius. I think we're back on the road to riches, and I will see you next week in line at Wells Fargo.